Evening, Freedom fans. Tonight's Freedom Face-Off will be with Teddy Mandala versus Melinda Smith-Pritt. This is going to be an exciting title fight for the United States Championship in the 48 kg division. Without further ado, let's invite both of these ladies in. Melinda, you're invited. Hi, Teddy.
Hi, Rami.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for asking. Melinda, how are you?
Good, thanks.
So, ladies, without further ado, let's kick this live in. We're going to ask you some questions. We'll start with you, Melinda, first. Please tell us your name, your age, where you're from, and why you started Muay Thai.
All right. My name's Melinda Smith-Pritt. I'm 33 years old, and I'm from Oakland, Maryland. And I started Muay Thai a couple years ago, originally just because my daughter wanted to try jiu-jitsu. And so I took her to a jiu-jitsu gym, and I was hanging out during her classes. And then there was kickboxing classes. And I guess originally started for fitness, kind of, but it's evolved into more of a passion. So how that happened.
That's usually the case with a lot of fighters. It starts with fitness or whatnot. When did you start?
A little over 2 years.
3 years ago?
Two.
Very good. Teddy, same for you. Tell us your name, your age, where you're from, why you started Muay Thai.
I'm Teddy Mandala. I'm 19 years old, and I am from Chicago, Illinois. I actually did ballet for like my whole childhood, and then eventually I got sick of that, so my parents signed me up for at like an MMA gym for self-defense, and then I just fell in love with it and continued the Muay Thai aspect.
Very good. So did neither one of you, I take it, started this thinking you're going to become a fighter and go that route?
Definitely not, no.
Melinda, if I would have told you are you gonna go and fight and compete and take it far, what would have been your answer back then?
Back then, I probably would have just laughed it off. But I also try to keep an attitude with anything about like, who knows, anything could happen. So, yeah.
Same thing, Teddy. What would you have said if I would have asked you that question?
I probably would have just been like, okay, cool, because that's kind of how it happened. I was only 13 when I started, and it was kind of like 4 or 5 months into training. The trainer I was with introduced me to my coach now, and they were kind of like, yeah, like here's TBAs, like there you go, like your first fight within like a few months of training. So it was kind of like that.
Awesome. To all our Freedom fans, everybody that's tuning in right now watching the live, if you have any questions that you would like to ask either Melinda or Teddy, feel free to comment your question below. Now, Melinda, I'm going to have the first questions going to be for you. You're fighting in the fastest growing Muay Thai promotion in the world, and you're fighting against a young veteran of the game. What is your mindset coming into this fight? I can't hear you, Melinda.
Sorry. I'm just trying to really step up to the challenge and step up to the level of the promotion. And so what I'm capable of doing, what my gym's been, oh, I'm sorry, are you having trouble? Can you hear me?
It's cutting up a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm good. Okay, sorry. So anyways, just trying to step up to the level of the talent and the level of the promotion is my mindset going in there. And it's really exciting and humbling to like have my name on the card as some of these other people who I know are super respected in Muay Thai. And so it's kind of crazy that I'm up there with them. And so I just really want to present myself at the best, highest level that I can. for myself and for my gym.
Same question for you about the pressure, but Teddy, this is your second time coming on Freedom, but you were supposed to fight for this belt last show, and it didn't happen. What's your mindset coming into this fight?
Kind of like the same mindset as every fight. You know, you got to go in there, you got to put in my work that I've been training for. I mean, every fight camp's really hard. You know, I do my best to put on a show, and obviously Freedom's big. Everyone watches Freedom. Everyone knows what Freedom is. So it's big to me to be able to have this opportunity to fight on the show and be able to prove myself as still this young fighter. Like, I mean, yes, I've been in the game for a while, but as being only 19 years old and being like told as almost one of the best, like, you still have so much to prove. There's always ways to get better, and there's always ways to still prove yourself. So,
great mindset. We have two questions. We'll go with this one first from Alex. I guess this is for you, Melinda. Where did the name Barn Cat come from?
It was just one time in the gym. We were having like a sparring session and going pretty hard, and I was just hot and tired and roughed up, and my hair was a mess, and I think my coach said I looked like a barn cat, and that and yeah, then it's
Is it stuck with you?
yeah. I at my last fight, that's when like people really kind of started like using the barn cat, and it goes well, and it went well, and so I decided to do.
Well, at least you have a story.
Yeah.
I'm against fighters that make up their own fight name. That's I mean, it defeats the purpose. So at least you have a story with yours. Another question. I think this is a little early in the live, but we'll go ahead with it. This is from Marwan. Any predictions? So we'll go with Teddy first.
I think it's just going to be a great fight. I mean, you have to go into every fight thinking it's going to be a show, and you have to go in every fight thinking that it's going to be a challenge. You know, I train I'm sure she's training as hard as I am in both ways, and I think that, I mean, obviously every fighter wants to come out on top, and I believe that I could do what it takes, but you can't underestimate anyone either.
We have another question. Where did the name Terminator, was it always Terminator, or you had another one first?
So when I was like younger, it kind of also ties to my first ever nickname, which was TKO Teddy, because like when I was youth, like I would just like run through like all the girls, and then like, you know, like little girls, right? So like you just like I TKO'd multiple of my first opponents, so it was TKO Teddy at the time. And then it started being less TKOs and just kind of like also like staying on top of them. So like Terminator kind of like took over from there. It's like less taking them out, but still taking them out.
I hear that. Melinda, this question we'll ask you first.
Okay.
It's the fifth round. What sets each apart?
Like what sets me apart in the fifth round, which again, I know, like Teddy said, we're both training hard, but I do feel like I've got good endurance. It's only like 10 minutes of fighting, but I've always kind of been an endurance athlete, and so I try to myself harder each round. So give up spirit that would set me apart, which I'm sure you have to have that spirit to fight. So I don't know if it really sets me apart, but yeah.
Some people don't have it. I mean, some people don't have that like killer spirit attitude. So it's not something that every fighter technically has. Next question will go, Teddy. What would be the difference maker in this fight? How do you think you'll win this fight?
I I think in this fight, definitely experience and like ring knowledge can come into help me in this, but can never underestimate anyone. But I do believe that just having more experience in the ring and just having that little bit more, that experience, I think that can help me a lot.
Melinda, this question is for you.
Okay.
We had asked every woman that showed interest of fighting, and each one declined. Gave an excuse as to why she cannot do it. Everything you could think of was said as to why we couldn't get an opponent for Teddy. You, on the other hand, people are gonna hear your name for the first time.
Yeah.
But yet you quickly jumped at this, saying you'll take the fight. Why?
I tend to say yes to a lot of things, like personal life and in professional life. I'm like, yes. And sometimes I like hope I jump the gun too quickly whenever I'm thinking. But in this case, I know that like sometimes when looking for a fight, you can get something right away. Or like in Teddy's case, people just keep telling you no, and you're just trying to find an opponent. And so this was like a huge opportunity for me, and
it's definitely a big opportunity. Did you say yes, knowing who your opponent was, and still saying yes, or did you say yes because you wanted the opportunity?
I said yes.
I can't hear you again.
Oh, sorry. Is it good now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you have the speaker on the phone, or like Lane, maybe if you hold it.
Okay. I'll try that. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm new to the interview thing.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't super familiar with Teddy. After I said yes, I did look you up on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I'm already following it. I thought the name sounded familiar, but I was trying to follow more female fighters that were like my size and like amateur fighters, and to get more familiar with everything. So I wasn't super familiar with her, but I said yes to the opportunity. I've heard like a lot of people say, fight everyone you can, like get the experience. And I know that I'm going in against a super experienced and talented fighter, and I'm excited to just see what I can turn out and see what happens.
We have another question here. This question is also for you, Melinda. Melinda, you're fighting in the hometown favorite.
Yeah.
Is pressure on you or Teddy?
I don't know. I think that like the pressure's on both of us. She's in her hometown. She's gonna have a lot of people there watching her, but I know I have a lot of people at home that are gonna be like streaming and watching me too. So someone offered to like set up a huge 24-foot projector screen, and I'm like, please don't do that. So I think we both have a lot of pressure. Even no matter where you go, if you have a great support system, people are going to watch you and like cheer you on. But also at the same time, like no pressure, because we're there to have like fun, and we're there to like show our skill, and it's just a great time.
I like your attitude, Melinda. Now, Teddy, yes, you are experienced, but you are still 19 years old, and she is 33 years old. In my opinion, for American fighters at least, I believe that fighters in their 30s, they're at their strongest. It's not like we're talking about Thai fighters who started fighting, early at an early young age, so their body's beat up by the time they're 30. Where for American fighters, their body's not as abused. So in this case, in my opinion, Melinda is supposed to be the way stronger fighter from the two. What do you think about this coming into fighting a fighter like Melinda, and who's older than you, who should be stronger than you?
I totally agree with everything that you're saying because like I'm young still, and my last few fights have been against these older women, and that women's strength that compared to the kids' strength is totally true. I noticed it from my first fight on Freedom, which was my first adult fight, which was against Lyell. The first thing I said when I came out the ring was, "Wow, she hits hard." So,
And you
I
fought a lot of
definitely think,
times.
yeah, and I definitely think each fight camp, I do get stronger because also I'm maturing also as the time goes on. But I do believe that there is that difference. So hopefully my experience can be the one that edges that portion out.
Awesome. Melinda, have you? This is a question from Jabril. We'll ask you. Have you had the chance to watch film on Teddy?
No. I'm trying to think. Like I said, I just started following you on Instagram, but I don't think I've seen any videos of. I haven't watched anything. I don't recall seeing anything on there, but no.
We have a question for you, Teddy. You had no problem taking that fight on short notice. I'm guessing they're asking about that fight with Leal.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that you should just fight. Fighters fight. So I believe that you should fight whenever you can, whoever you can. More experience, less experience. I believe someone offers you a fight, you take it.
100%. Coming from Toro Muay Thai, coming from the Midwest, is this supposed to? It's okay. Is this supposed to make you feel like the advantage is on your side, Teddy?
Midwest Muay Thai is actually pretty small, so you'd be surprised like the difference in the turnouts between Midwest shows compared to like shows on the East and West Coast. But I have a great big support system behind me, and I think a lot of the people that care and the people that really are invested in like what I do, they will be there. So I think it's a good thing for me. I like having the support, you know. It means a lot. So
it's good to know. We're gonna invite a special guest in, see if they are ready to go in.
Special guest.
So he's usually our commentator for Freedom Fighter Promotions.
Okay.
He's either
hold on a second,
or commentating. So he is actually the 4-time Freedom champion. And he's usually, if he's not fighting on Freedom, he's commentating on Freedom. Taj, I'm gonna kick the mic for you to have some questions for Melinda or Teddy.
Honestly, I don't got no questions. I'm just excited to watch a banger. You know
what do you think about this fight?
The matchup is great. Like I'm excited to watch. I'm gonna have my popcorn ready. Like
you're not coming out?
What happened?
You're not coming out?
He was supposed to be commentating.
That's the plan. But we're gonna work the details. Okay. But like I've seen Teddy fight well, actually once when she was on Freedom. So like anybody who fights on Freedom, I pay attention and I see who they are. But if you take anybody, like I said, that was tough. Like taking a fight against somebody who has way more experience, it doesn't matter like the age, because ring time, you could be 19. I'm 33, so I know we in the same boat. Like I know how it is being 33 and still trying to do this. But then she might be 19, but she older in Muay Thai. You know, she's younger in life, but she's older in Muay Thai. So like what experience is gonna win is gonna be exciting. Like life experience.
Let me ask you a question.
Muay Thai experience.
Did you ever fight somebody younger than you by 14 years?
Yeah. When I fought Josel Pino. in back in
Did you
Friday.
feel?
I don't know if some of the young people remember Friday night fights. You know what I mean? But
No, I do. So
no, I know you do.
what was the difference?
But yeah, Joselle no, it wasn't 14 years. I think it was like a 10-year difference when I
Okay.
fought him. So not as much.
Did you feel like his youth was an advantage for him, or did it not matter?
Bro, nobody's advantage matters when I fight them. Let's be real. But he even though he was like 10 years younger than me, he had twice as many fights as me. So that was like, all right, let's see what happens, you know. And he was actually the first person to ever drop me. Like that was the first time I won the fight, but in the first round he rocked me. So, but then I think my experience, my life experience, I'm like, oh, okay, he hits hard. Okay. I don't want to talk too much shit.
Anything you'd like to say before we cut you out?
I just want to apologize to everybody that was excited to see me fight. Unfortunately, I got hurt. You know what I mean, 3 weeks before, and you know you always want to thug out an injury and just push through. But it was unbearable, and I'm sorry to my opponent, but I'm excited to see this fight. And when you do the live for them, I'm gonna have a couple questions for both of the guys because, you know what I mean. But
It's supposed to be tomorrow.
Yeah, that's.
But somebody requested something from you.
Okay, well, so I'll be here for that. You know what I mean? They can request all they want. I'm here.
They wanted a special sound effect from you.
Oh, bow! I know that's what that was.
All right.
I'm a holler.
Peace, brother. Peace. Melinda.
Yeah.
How many fights do you have?
5.
5. You're not supposed to be in this fight.
Yeah.
You're not, on paper, this is not supposed to happen. You know, but we saw what you did in your last fight when you won the gut check championship belt. On paper, you're not supposed to be here. But what you showed everybody in your title fight, you proved you're an American rising star. And we are looking forward to seeing you continue that. Do you think her experience is going to stop you from growing next Saturday?
Oh, no. I know that, like, Teddy's experience is only going to, like, skyrocket my growth. I mean, it's an opportunity for me to be able to share the ring with her. And so I don't expect it to stifle my growth in any way. So again, I'm not trying to have this like too happy golden retriever energy or whatever. I know that it's a tough call, and I know that I really have to use my mind and be smart about this fight as best that I can. I don't want to just rely on old woman strength. I want to show that I can be smart in the ring. And so like it'll be a true test to that. And I know that I'll continue growing. And
do you think this is a win-win situation for you?
I like to think so. I try to keep that attitude that it's a win-win situation. I'm not trying to be the best in the world. I'm just trying to be the best that I can be. And so as long as I don't leave there with like a broken leg, it'll be a win-win. I really hope I didn't jinx myself, but
No, we're excited. I'm excited. I'm excited for you, and I'm really proud of you taking this fight. Like I said, all the top names will restart to decline, but you accepted. So I respect that in you, and I'm very excited to see you perform next week.
Thanks. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the fight, and I know that Teddy and I hope we can trade some really good rounds and put on a good show. So
awesome. Teddy, this question is for you.
Okay.
Since the opponent changed on you, did anything change in the camp?
So actually, I just fought this past weekend. So my camp has been like for the last like 5 weeks. So I was actually in camp to fight my opponent I fought this past weekend, Angela Bart, and I believe that like watching the clips of Melinda also compared to Angela Barr, they have a similar style. The with like just like the pace, you know, setting the pace always. And I believe that it works hand in hand. So nothing really changed. I'm just kind of staying where I'm going, just kind of continuing it.
Teddy, this question is for you. How many fights do you have?
I have 23 fights.
23 fights
Yeah.
versus 5 fights. Ladies and gentlemen, Freedom Fighter Promotions, for those that don't know, we have a rule that for you to fight in a championship title fight, you have to have minimum 10 fights. Minimum. And it has to be a winning record. In this case, we're obviously making an exception. There was no woman willing to take the fight against Teddy. And because Melinda is a gut check champion, gut check promotions is a promotion that doesn't give belts to anybody. So we know that she's a gut check champion, and that was, in my opinion, enough for me. But going into the fact that there's nobody accepted it, and Melinda did, that alone to me, I would have respected her for that as well. But the fact that she's a gut check champion, I know that she's not going to be no easy walk in the park. For those that are, questioning that. But yes, the rule is you have to have 10 fights minimum. It has to be a winning record for you to fight in a Freedom Championship fight. So with that said, does that mean anything to you, Melinda?
Yeah, it kind of gives me cold chills just thinking that at the level that I'm at, that I don't know, maybe I don't realize quite what I've accomplished and perhaps where I'm going because of how quickly things are moving. And so it's just it's a little crazy to hear. It's exciting. And I'm thankful for the opportunity that you've made the exception for me to allow me to fight in the promotion for you. Because again, it's an opportunity where I was like, oh, if I don't I don't want to just say yes, but like, this is huge. I can't say no. And especially knowing that you did make an exception for me, that means a lot. And it also just makes me feel good about myself and like what I've been doing, and that like my training's been good. My coaches have been awesome. And that like we're really doing something in our small gym.
I'm happy that you're doing that, because yesterday I said something about champions not willing to defend and fighters basically not accepting the call when they get called. So we are living in times in a sport where, as an experienced fighter, you don't get many offers. The more experience you get, the less opportunities you get, especially good ones. So when you do get a call, you should answer. And you're a great example of that, Melinda. And like I said, there's highly experienced fighters that can learn something from what you just did in taking this fight.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Final question for you ladies. What, for you, Melinda, first, why are you going to leave the Freedom Ring with the most expensive belt in Muay Thai in the world? Why?
I think I have amazing coaches and corners coming with me that night. And so I believe in the training that I've been doing. I believe in the work that I put in. And I also trust everyone that believes in me to go out there and perform and do my best. And I know that I can put myself in a different place when I'm in that ring. And if all else fails, I believe in my coaches in my corner, Shane and Crew Joe, to help me in that moment to do what I need to do to go home with the most expensive belt.
Great answer. Teddy, same question. Next Saturday, why are you going to leave the ring hearing and new?
I work for it, you know. I put the time in the gym. I haven't taken a day off the gym except for the last few months because I had a broken hand. I haven't taken a day off the gym in the last 6 years. Great training, great teammates, and I worked for it. And I know you wouldn't give me this opportunity and you wouldn't work so hard to give me this opportunity as a fighter if it wasn't worth it.
You two ladies deserve, I want everybody to hear this. You two ladies deserve the opportunity that you are in right now. I am not giving you anything. This is something that you deserve. So all the respect to both of you, Teddy and Melinda. Anything you would like to say, Melinda, first to your family, friends, everybody watching?
Thanks everyone for all your support and for all the help at home with my kids and running around. It doesn't feel like I should be allowed to chase a dream like this in the position that I am. Like, I'm an adult, I have a job and kids and I have responsibilities, but I have like a whole team rallying behind me to allow me to do this, and I can't thank them enough. So thank you.
Teddy, same question for you.
Thank you to my family who's always been behind me, my friends, everyone at my gym, my coach. Thank you to Rami, you for giving us this opportunity, and especially thank you to you, Melinda, because there was so many people that like we've been working so hard to like get me back on the freedom stage. So thank you for like giving me the opportunity to fight, because it's hard to find fights right now. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm excited.
Should be good. It'll be a good one.
Ladies. Definitely is going to be a great fight. Ashley Blanco, thank you for the comment. Ashley Blanco, she's also another fighter, a Freedom champion 2-time, who just won a TBA, and her next fight on Freedom will be for the World Championship. So it's going to be an exciting one. But in 10 days, these two ladies, Melinda and Teddy, are going to have all eyes on them as they chase the most expensive belt in Muay Thai, trying to leave as the 48 kg champion of the United States. So make sure you guys support them. Support the women of Muay Thai, especially experienced ones like these two, because we need to push them and we need to let the world see them. If you cannot be there in person, you can order the live pay-per-view on FCL TV. Thank you to Melinda. Thank you to Teddy. Thank you to everybody watching. Freedom is coming.
Thank you, Rami.
Thank you.
Bye, ladies.
I think.
Bye.
Yeah.